What's up, YouTubers?
What up, y'all? This is Wendy again and
Daddy Vez, remember
Chavez.
that?
Um, just wanted to come back at y'all again. First of all, I got to represent Black Girls Rock. Had to put that out there first. That's always going to be in my videos. And I'll be discussing a lot about that kind of stuff. But anyways, we came back to talk to you guys about our move from Ohio to Arizona. I did a lot of research before and during our move and learned a lot. So I figured whatever I used, I could possibly help you guys in the move as well. So it started out how we decided to move. We usually go to Vegas at least what 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, your birthday or anniversary, February 25th. Put that in your date book, man.
Yes, anniversary date. And we were in Vegas, and it was a beautiful day. I think we were at a rooftop bar, and it was just beautiful. Palm trees, gorgeous day. It actually was in February, so it wasn't too hot. It was perfect. And we were like, let's move. And I was like, well, I don't really want to move to Vegas. That's like our playground. That's where we go and have a good time together at. I kind of didn't want to do that. My niece graduated from Arizona, University of Arizona, and I visited Arizona before. And I was like, well, let's look into Arizona. So then got back home. I think the one thing that was holding us up from even moving, period, beforehand was we have a 16-year-old daughter that I promised that I wouldn't move. Well, she came to me after getting back from our trip in Vegas and said that she wanted to move. So that was like, let's go. So after that happened, we pretty much decided to do it. I did not realize that when I started making moves and looking for homes and things of that nature, that it would move as fast as it did. So, looking for homes. Sky.
Hey.
Looking for homes and things. It was pretty easy. I got on Zillow, Trulia, and there's a lot of houses for rent. And the first thing I noticed was I thought it was a gimmick because everything was like cheap. So in Ohio, a 4-bedroom house that we were living in, how much was we paying for rent?
Rent was at least $2,000.
At least 2 grand. And we were living in a suburb, which is granted, but still. Everywhere, I think, if you want to live in a nice area, even Columbus, which we did not live in Columbus, we lived in a suburb. You want something nice, you're paying over 2 grand a month for rent. So that's what we were paying.
Now, granted, it was utilities. Everything was kind of put together with the rent, but it was still a chunk of money coming out of each of one of our pockets. And that was the hardest part, trying to like just pay for that. I mean, I consider us, middle class. We're not, poor or anything like that. Not saying, anything of that nature, but it's kind of hard paying 2 grand every month, and you looking up like, man, Dad, we need this, that, and third. So,
we didn't struggle though. No, we did good. We're definitely blessed. God has definitely blessed us when it comes to financial, and those are also things that we'll be talking about on this channel. But we were definitely blessed with that. But where was I?
I'm just talking about the move to here in Arizona.
The rent.
And the rent.
So
and how we actually got here.
We had a 4-bedroom house. We moved here. We also have a 4-bedroom house here. We pay $16 here. Huge difference. Still a nice house. We're sitting in our backyard right now, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Our house is nice. We still have the space. We have a beautiful loft. I love it. So the way things happen, we kind of found a place. I talked to the landlord. It just so happens I met a realtor online as well. She was like a godsend. She pretty much looked out for me, and I know how to do this stuff myself, but I went online and looked up the landlord, the guy that was interested in renting to us. I looked him up. He actually owned the property. I wanted to make sure that he owned it. That's public record. You can look it up in any state or any county you're moving to. His name was on the deed, and he was, of course, the owner. I also talked to the realtor. She looked it up. We made sure everything was cool, so he was good. Paid a deposit. He held it for us. We moved here in May. I think I paid half of April just for him to hold it for us. And then in May we moved. So
Rats.
that was interesting. But everything pretty much was smooth. It really was. Job wise, um, so I still work from home, which is perfect. He was able to transfer in the post office, which is perfect. So it kind of, like I said, everything kind of ran smooth for us. It was no problems. Um, then it was kind of like, so we have three cars. So what are we gonna do with our cars?
The fourth, man.
Oh goodness, we have three cars. We're not getting no muscles. So we already have a muscle. So anyways, we have three cars.
That's her muscle.
So I had to get a 26-foot Penske truck. And we put my Camaro on there. And my baby drove it. Babe, that was awesome. Now, he was a champ because driving to Arizona from Ohio ain't no joke.
That was like, what, a 3-day?
That was
4-day journey?
3.
Was it 3 days?
It was because we stayed. We left from Ohio. We stayed in Oklahoma. We got it. That was 13 hours.
Yeah.
Got up from Oklahoma, drove to Albuquerque, New Mexico. That was another 13.
Yeah.
Stayed there, mind you, with a dog, a Saint Bernard, mind you. You guys will meet her soon. Saint Bernard, and we got up and drove another, I think, 8 to get here.
Yeah.
But it was so smooth. But my poor baby was in the truck, and we went through. What was the name of those forests?
Tonto.
Tonto Forest, first of all, is amazing, beautiful. I cried.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Right.
However, the hills are like you're going straight down.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Every hill that we came to was check your brakes.
Yep. You're
before
about
you
to
get on this daggone thing.
You're about to be declining.
Because you're going to end up inclining or declining.
Yes.
One or the other.
It was beautiful, though.
And, you know, you got to play with your, especially driving with a 26-foot truck, then towing a Camaro, which is kind of light, but, I mean, you're still towing. I mean, that's an extra, I don't know how many feet, but that's an extra, you know, just imagine. So it was very interesting. I mean, but the National Forest, I mean, it's really beautiful up there. So you guys have to remember, just Tonto Forest.
Beautiful. It just took us that way, and that's the way we came. But I want to go back a little bit because before we even decided to do our own moving in a moving truck, which it was me, him, and my daughter. That's it. We didn't have any movers. And my cousin. We didn't have any movers or anything like that. We worked it all out ourselves. I was looking at moving companies, and I saved like $3,000 doing so, just moving it ourselves. And it wasn't too bad. But the morning we left, we decided to put the mattresses on later, which if I was to do it before, I probably would have packed it that night and stayed at a hotel and got up and left in the morning.
Right.
That would have been the best thing to do versus staying in the house another night and putting the mattress on last. That was the worst thing ever.
By that time, your arms are shot, your legs are
tired.
shot.
It's just too much, and the mattresses wouldn't fit in the 26. They just did not want to go. We pushed them thing. We made it work.
Right.
So the neighbors came out. They were an older couple. Shout out to Bill and Jan. They were awesome. We missed them so much.
Definitely.
They came out and helped load the car on the trailer.
But meanwhile, you know, it rained like early that morning. So,
and it was chilly, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was kind of like, it was slippery, trying to get, you know, a real drive car on top of a trailer. So, you know, kind of guiding. I can't say that she did the damn thing. Kudos to that. She did the damn thing on that. But it was a hassle, especially trying to put a rear-wheel drive car on top of a trailer in the cold and in the rain.
It was a lot.
But we got it done.
We did.
Safely
in the middle of the
got
street.
here.
We worked it out.
Yep.
And we got here. Like I said, before we left, the dog was a little crazy. Like, she's still a puppy. She's only 1, but she doesn't look 1. She looks 5. She's big.
She's huge.
But she was a little crazy, but seems like since we did this trip, she's been really good. She's been chill. We don't have to cage her anymore. She's able to be out. She did really well on the trip. Granted, the vet did give us some assistance on that.
Shout out to the vet.
The vet did give us something to sedate her just a little bit. I didn't give her too much.
Shout out to the vet.
I have pictures of her as well, feeling really good in the car.
Wearing glasses and all.
And all.
Wow.
So, moving forward, we got the house. We traveled here. We got here You guys, I swear it was like 120 degrees when we got here. This guy is like, no, we gonna empty the truck today. We gonna do it right now. And I'm looking like, you done lost your mind. Cause it's hot. And ain't nobody move. So we did it. And we ended up arguing and cussing each other out during the process. Because it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot, but we love each other. Love you, baby.
For sure. I love you
so,
too,
so
niggas still hot.
It was a lot. And we happened to meet these two young guys walking down the street. Very nice young men. They helped us move in. That was very nice. We paid them a little bit of money. Helped us move in. Without them, I don't think it would have got done.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, man, like, I'm looking like it's a lot of big stuff at the end of the, end of the truck. Because, you always put the big stuff in the truck. If you ain't never moved before, you put the big stuff in the front of the truck. So it was...
What you mean the front? Like in the back or in the front? Because I think the back is the back and the front.
Nose of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah, the nose of the truck. So, I mean, honestly, if those guys kind of came in handy, of course, I paid them a little something, just, it helped us out. I mean, the girls here, they kind of like kapooted on me. So
yeah, we were
like,
tired.
Especially from traveling, and I had to get some food on my stomach. I ain't big for no reason, so I had to get something to eat, man. And after I got something to eat, I kind of got a little energy, and I ate all day. So at the end of the day, we just had to get the stuff done. So they came through real clutch, and they got it done for us, and we moved in that night. And then after that, I mean, it's been smooth transition ever since, man.
It has. Cool. It's been a blessing. It's really interesting how everything has played out. Extremely grateful for us to jump out on faith the way we did and just move the way we did. Has been a huge experience and very humbling. I just think it's a great thing. I'm glad that we're here. It's a good experience for both of us. Since we've been here, it's been cool. Like I said, we moved in. And ever since then, we just been kind of like riding the wave, and we Google where we want to go and put it in our maps, and we go and we see
adventure.
And we see other things on the way. However, there are going to be new videos also on the fact that we've been working out. Like, we've been working out. We've been going hard, babe. Yeah, we go to the gym like 3-4 times a week, and one of those days, and it's on Monday, which is tomorrow, is our yoga day. Yoga. I hipped him to yoga, y'all.
I ain't never been to yoga.
I hipped this brother to yoga. We went to yoga, and he was like, oh.
Them cats are stretching some muscles
I feel
ain't never
better.
heard before.
Because when you work out, you get stiff, you get tense, and then you need that relaxation, not only for your body, but for your mind. It clears your mind, and it just gets you ready for the week. And Mondays is perfect. We go to Lifetime. Shout out to Lifetime for having Lifetime. This Lifetime here.
Crazy.
Listen, the pool looks like a resort pool.
Sure.
They got the service to bring you food, even though we have never used it. We've never used it, but it's beautiful. They took us on a tour. It's really nice. But shout out to Lifetime for all the equipment that's needed for what we're trying to do. Sure. And also the classes. The classes are awesome. I don't have anything negative to say about Lifetime or anything like that. They've been very good at protecting us, offering us masks, and all that good stuff. So we are on a workout journey. You guys will see that. We've taken before pictures. I'm going to post those later.
Nah, man.
We're going to post our pictures of our before and our after. Baby, because we're going to look totally good. We're going to look great. And then we're going to look awesome.
Man.
Yeah, the before. Because we've already lost weight. You guys didn't see us before. You can tell on our faces that we've already lost some weight. And this drinking that we're doing tonight, this is rare. We usually, let me show you what we drink. This is water. And this will be gone by tonight. So, maybe. We're trying to do a gallon a day. Hey, all you can do is try and give it your best.
I mean, I do the same thing, honestly, man. And shout out to Ghost. Ghost Products is the best products
awesome.
that I've ever had.
Ghost is awesome.
In high school, shout out to Ridge.
Whatever.
Ridge,
He talking about Walnut Ridge in Columbus, Ohio.
Hey, man, got shout out to them, man.
Boo.
Class of 2012, man, go crazy. But I was doing
so wait a minute. So
and
since you're doing shout outs, I got to shout out to my school. My school's East High School.
Right, man.
No, it's not. East High School.
Out,
we in the middle of the city representing Black Girls Rock. Okay, and I was a Tigerette. Represent. I'm just saying,
She's
and
out
we'll
there
talk about
tooting.
that later. Stop.
She's tooting, nigga.
No, it
She's tooting,
wasn't.
Jack.
No, it wasn't. And we'll talk about that later because we graduated at different years.
For sure.
We'll touch on that later.
For sure. For sure. For sure. But nah, man, Ghost product, man. That, shout out to them. It's really great. I even got my wife on it. She has this vegan pancake batter that she's been drinking. She loves it. I got Chips Ahoy, protein. I got amino. I pretty much buy all my products from them. So shout out to them. We'll have to definitely give you kind of a tour of what we do on an everyday basis.
Our meals, we've changed our whole diets. Our diets are totally different.
We got to post this on kind of on their website, on Ghost website.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we just enjoying life together, man. Especially as a married couple.
Yeah, it's nice.
We kind of came from the trials and tribulations. Just dealing with different things throughout life. So, she's kind of my inspiration. I think it inspired her. We meshed together well. So at the end of the day, man, it's all about really you. It's all about you, man. So
it's all about you, baby.
It's black love, man. It's black love. It's black love.
It's my
man.
baby.
It's black love. So we'll touch on all that,
we will.
later stances and all that. But but just really this journey has really taught me a lot. Especially coming to like Arizona. You coming to the hottest place. You coming to the desert. Who wants to come to the desert? I love it.
I love it.
Every day. Wake up, see mountains. Wow, that's crazy.
It's like you're on vacation every day.
And it still hasn't hit me yet. I don't think it really has hit her
yet. Hasn't. So, it hasn't. Seeing the mountains is beautiful.
We come from a different, a different grain than most people. So jumping out on life and saying, hey, we want to do this. I mean, kind of the backstory of how we got here was we were sitting on a Bellagio, right in front of the Bellagio fountain, and I kind of was talking to her, and I was like, I'm ready to move. Ain't nothing for me really. There's really nothing for me here. I mean, of course, I got family. I love my family, and I'm sure she loves her. So, man, at the end of the day, man, it's just kind of jumping out on faith, getting it done and doing it. But we traveled through, of course, Ohio, Indiana. We went through Missouri.
St. Louis.
What other major state did we go
through? Did we go through St. Louis? We went to St.
Louis, Missouri.
Oh,
yeah. So we went through Ohio, Indiana, Missouri.
You got the
I think we went
back.
through Kansas, Oklahoma.
Albuquerque was beautiful at night.
Mexico. We went through the top of Texas and all that. So
it was pretty.
It's coming from
Oklahoma was clean. I was surprised.
It was well worth. It was a $15,000 mile drive. So, or no, not 15,000. I'm sorry, 1,500 mile drive. So, it was really cool. It was definitely cool. So,
it was.
I'll let her touch on kind of the topics and kind of her visual, and then I'll give you mine later. So your visual was kind of like, hey, something new, like going through Missouri. We stopped there to let the dog eat and drink and whatever. We went to a store, and it was different. It felt like this is not normal when we came home.
So the transition started when I started seeing like desert-like life was in New Mexico. I didn't see anything like that until we got to New Mexico. And it was really interesting because it looked really poor, and I was concerned. I was like, where are we going, and what is this? Sure. And it was interesting. Even like when we were driving, and you could see coming into Arizona, it was different. It wasn't like driving on the freeway because the freeway turned into a two-way lane situation. So you were in the middle of the desert just kind of like driving. And that was all the way here. Like, it was just weird. You would just be in the middle of the desert just kind of driving in the desert. Like, nothing around you but dirt and cactus. Which was cool, but it was different. I would have hated to have done that at night because there was no lights, no anything. It was straight The hills have eyes too. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, this is missing. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I think it was a great transition here. I'm trying to think of some other things I could tell you guys about as far as moving here. When I moved here, I had to get like the electric, the water, and all that good stuff turned on. That was normal. That wasn't anything different. Trash. They do recycling here, which they don't do at home. I think some places at home do recycling, yeah, and it's an option.
City does, but
it's an option. Where we lived, there was it was no recycling. So here, Tuesdays are recycle days, and Fridays are actually trash days. So that's pretty cool, which we don't really recycle because we're not used to it. It's not something we're used to doing, even though we're going through like 3 and 4 cases of bottled water a week. Yeah. We probably should start recycling, I guess, for what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, recycling is good. I guess take care of the earth, but
we're just not used to doing it.
Yeah, we dump it in the trash can and call it a day.
I'm trying to think what else is so different from Ohio from here. Like I said, Ohio's faster. So in Ohio, it was like, but more things are open here. That's why our coronavirus rates are so high right now. Everything's open. You can do anything. I think now they're starting to make us wear masks and stuff, but still, everything's pretty much open. You can do whatever you want to do, shopping, whatever. I think the clubs are even open. We did go see Sinbad.
Shout out to Sinbad.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. And it was kind of like a comedy stop for Ohio from where we're from. It's a little different. It was called something different, but it was about the same concept. The food was delicious.
I want to say in Ohio, of course, we're from Columbus, so it was Funny Bone. Yeah. Here it's called, I think, Tempe Comedy Club.
Tempe Improv.
And Tempe Improv, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was cool. I mean, the food was excellent. Shout out to Tempe Improv.
It was. I want to go back there for lunch.
I guess hear some jokes too.
just eat their salad. Their Caesar salad was great.
And their bruschetta.
And the bruschetta. It was
I
great.
had like a chicken fried rice. It was pretty good. It wasn't really bad at all. And of course we do a lot of, or she's really a YouTuber, so I just jumped on the YouTube not too long ago. So she looked at a lot of kind of reviews before we actually moved here, and a lot of people was talking about like the food was like garbage, trash. I really haven't had anything bad here. Well, we have Peter Piper Pizza.
It's good. I like
loves it.
Pizza is good.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
So let's talk about this. So the difference between like Ohio and here is like I feel like Ohio is way more professional. So like Arizona's a little like sketchy when it comes to being professional. So like talking to someone can be on the phone with like a cable company or electric can be a little interesting because they eat on the phone, they drink on the phone, they don't care. It's kind of like not professional at all. And maybe that's just my take on things, but that's the experience that I've had since we've been here and talking to people about business. It's not been very professional. Even like we were thinking about maybe getting new jobs and having people call about job interviews. It's been a little weird. It's been a little special. I also noticed that they don't pay as well here. That is an issue. That is a huge issue. When you're coming from working somewhere and you're making, let's say, for example,
$20, $30
you make $20, $30 an hour, you ain't getting that here. And I mean,
you could be the top dog of the company.
I mean, like, you're not going to get it. It's just, and I don't know if it's because of the way Arizona's made up with different races and the way, I don't know what it is, but
I just think it's kind of like it's not so much as race. It might be race, I give or take, but I'm not the head of the company.
Why are they low balling people? Like, it's crazy.
I think it's really the cost of living. I mean,
that's true.
The eggs,
but still,
here, the eggs.
If you got the experience, you don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? You got a degree, you gonna pay me. I got a degree, pay me. I deserve that. Experience and degree should get you somewhere, and I feel like here it does, but it's not what you would get in Ohio. In Ohio, I could get at least 35. What would you say for experiencing the degree in Ohio? It would at least get you at the least 20, 27
maybe,
an hour, something like that.
Maybe 60 or 70,000.
Here,
you get about 45, 50,000, maybe 55, depending on how way you talk.
Yeah. Resume.
And you got to be bilingual.
Resume could be sweet. You could have your degree, but I had the state of Arizona offer me a job, and I'm not gonna go into details of what kind of job it was, and they said $15.97, and it was a tier up job. It wasn't no regular job, and I was so offended by it. I just asked her, like, so is how things go here? Is this what I should expect? Because I didn't expect it. And she didn't, I guess, of course, understand what I was saying. So, it is what it is. But I think that's just pretty much how it is here. You just get the low ball of jobs. There are high paying jobs out there. You just have to get out there and get them. And you got to ask people for what you want, So that's pretty much it. Baby, you got anything else?
Nah, not at all. I mean, of course, I guess we was gonna wait for the next video, but this is Chur Puppy.
Chur Puppy. This is Chur Puppy.
She's hyper.
Yeah, she's
very hyper. I think
she's really, happy to see it. She's been inside this whole time.
I think it's just poodle in her.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll actually do a review on, just kind of the breed of her, how hyper they get. We'll probably end up posting clips of her as she's a puppy. So it'll be a family-oriented YouTube channel.
Oh, and you'll meet our daughter, our Black Queen. She is a 16-year-old Black Queen. You will meet her very soon. So, I think that's it.
I don't really got much else to say.
All right, you guys have a good night, and thanks for watching our channel. See ya.